Hey YouTube, it's Sunday the 30th of June and I'm back finally with a pickups video. It's been a few weeks I think since I've been on last. I've been fairly busy with my daughter. So I've got a fair few purchases here to go through, so bear with me, skip through, feel free to skip through. From various places, charity shops, Leicester Market, Game World in Leicester. And the first one I've got here is for the Nintendo DS, and it's Tetris TS. And I picked this one up from Oxfam in Leicester. This was just £3.99 and it's got 6 different game modes on there. This was released in 2006 and it's complete, which is nice to see. So that was just £3.99, so I look forward to playing that one. I do like the Tetris games. I've never really played any Tetris games bar the original, the Gameboy version. So it was nice to pick that one up. You can play it 2 to 10 players, which is quite bizarre. That's age rated 3+. I've got one here from That's Entertainment, and it's Brothers in Arms, Hell's Highway. This is by Ubisoft and Gearbox Software. This was basically £3.99 each, and it comes in the steel case book, and in there you've got just your one disc. It's not a special edition or anything, I don't think, so there's no soundtrack or anything in there. So that's age rated 15, and that was released in 2008. I've got another steel case edition, and this one's The Chronicles of Narnia, Prince Caspian, and this was off Leicester Market for £4. And this was released in 2008 by Rad Game Tools Inc. Microsoft. So that's complete. Next we've got some more Leicester Market purchases. We've got the original Xbox game Whacked, and this is by Microsoft Game Studios, and that's a 1 to 4 player game, and that was released in 2002. This was just £2.99, and that's complete. Next, another steel case. This is a collector's edition of John Woo's Stranglehold, and this was £4. And this was released in 2007 by Epic Games. And this does come on 2 discs, so you've got the bonus disc there, and basically that's got behind the scenes documentary, and it's got extended cinematic sequences, the vision of Stranglehold, concept art from the game, and the sound, so basically the soundtrack. That's in pretty good condition. There's no scratches on there, which I'm pleased about. Next we've got 3 Nintendo GameCube games, and these are all, well, the first 2 are £2 each, the last one's £1. And the first one's MX Superfly, featuring Ricky Carmichael, and this is by THQ. These are all complete with instructions. This one was released in 2002. And then we've got another motorbike game, Jerry McGrath Supercross World, and this is by acclaimed Max Sports, and this was released in 2002. And NFL 2K3 Sega Sports. It's a 1 to 4 player game, and that was released in 2002. So that brings me up to about just over 30 GameCube games now. Next one's an Atari Jaguar CD game, and this is by the Reboot guys. I bought this off of RGCD website. This is Full Circle Rocketeer, and it's sealed, new. And I think that was around £20–25 if I remember rightly. I bought it a few weeks ago now, so. We've got some other Leicester Market purchases. These would have been £2.99 each, or they were £5 to £10, but they gave me £2 off, so these are £8. And we've got Metal Gear Solid 2 Substance, and this is by Konami. It was released in 2003, and these are all complete again. Defender for All Mankind, this is by Midway, and this was released in 2002. Tetris Worlds, I do already have this, but it was missing instructions, so I've picked this one up for the instructions. This is by THQ, and it was released in 2002. X-Men Next Dimension by Activision. This is one two-player game, and that was also released in 2002. And Myst 3 Exile, The Perfect Place to Plan Revenge. This is by Ubisoft, and it's a one-player game. It was released in 2002. We've got some Game World purchases now. All these are from Game World. So we've got Tony Hawk's Project 8. This is just $1.99. This is by Activision, and it's a 1-to-2 player game, and that was released in 2006. Next we've got a few more GameCube games. Die Hard Vendetta. Now, this is another one I've got, but I didn't have the instructions. This one came with instructions. It was $1.99. And that's a one-player game. It was released in 2002. Defender again, but this time on the GameCube. $3.99. So as you can tell, I'm going for the full library of PAL releases on the GameCube. Driven, which I believe is based on a film. This is $1.99. So yeah, it's Sylvester Stallone's hit movie Driven. It's got eight tracks on there. It's a two-player game, and that was released in 2002. PlayStation 2 game now. Not very often I pick up a PlayStation 2 game, but this is a collector's steelbook edition of Scarface, The World Is Yours. And I think this was about $7.99 if I remember rightly. And that's basically got your 2 discs. You got your bonus DVD there. So on your DVD you've got a making of game documentary, a game walkthrough with producer commentary, cast videos and interviews, hints and tips video, and game concept art. So that was released by Sierra. Xbox 360 now. We've got Dick Marcinko, Rogue Warrior. This is by Bethesda Softworks. Rated 18. This was $5.99. And it's a one-player game where you can play it multiplayer 2 to 8. And that was released in 2009. Not the best of first-person shooters on the Xbox, but it's not bad. It's quite good fun. It's also developed by Rebellion, which is one of my favourite developers. Got a collector's edition now, limited collector's edition, Fable 2, and this was just $4.99, which I thought was a pretty good bargain. And it was released in 2008, and that's a one-player game, and it's got game content download for that. Just some more Microsoft points. You can't go wrong with Microsoft points. 2,100 there. They were $17.99. Another Xbox original game, NFL Street by EA Big Sports. This was £2.50. And that was released in 2004. Got somewhere in the region of 200 odd Xbox games now. Another GameCube game, The Scorpion King, Rise of the Akkadian. And this is a one-player game, and that was released in 2002 by Universal Studios. That was $2.99. A couple of Xbox 360 games now. Venetica, and this is by DTP Entertainment AG and Deck 13 Interactive. This was £4.50, and that was released in 2010. And this is basically a role-playing game. Next is one I've been looking at in various shops as a kind of different game to play. This is Carrier Command Gay Missions, and I've seen this go usually for like £20 plus, but this is the French version, but you can actually play the game in English, which is good. It's £5.99 from Gameboy in Leicester, so that was a pretty good find, that one. And then last but not least, we've got some original Game Boy games, and these are all in boxes. Very nice to find a Game Boy game in a box, especially in this condition. Apparently a chap brought a big pile in to Game World. Still a few there I wouldn't mind picking up if they're still there when I go back. The first one's T2, Terminator's Judgment Day. This was £3.50. And this was released way back in 1991 by Carloco Pictures Inc. And these are all boxed complete with instructions and plastic insert and case, which is very nice. So that's T2. Next is Road Rash, £3.99. This is by Ocean and Electronic Arts, and that was released at some point, I don't know when. Let me have a look at this inside. I can't see a release date on there, but it would have been in the 90s. So that's Road Rash. As you can see, the boxes are in very good condition. No squashed bits there or holes or anything. And last is Worms by T17 and Ocean. This was £3.99. And this is released in 1996 by Team 17. And obviously it's not going to be the best version of Worms due to the monochrome screen, but pretty good nonetheless. I'm still after Worms on the entire Jaguar, but copies of those go for around £100, which is ridiculous. So I'll stick with the Game Boy for now, and that's it basically. Thanks for watching. Leave your comments below, and hopefully I'll be back maybe in a week or two if I get time, and I'll see you soon.